Good morning, boys and girls. This is Miss Nusky. Today I'm going to be talking to you about something called C.U.B.E.S. Okay? C.U.B.E.S is going to be an acronym, which means each letter stands for something else. That's going to help you remember strategies in word problem solving. Okay? So let's say you are doing your DMR or you're on a quiz or a test and you have this word problem in front of you. Sometimes, I know, can be very overwhelming. There's so many words, numbers, things to figure out, things to decipher through. What am I using? Math? Am I using addition, subtraction, multiplication, division? Am I using all of it? Where do I start? So C.U.B.E.S is a strategy that's going to help you kind of break it down. Okay, so the C in C.U.B.E.S is going to stand for circle the numbers. Okay. So when you circle the numbers in a word problem, it's going to help those stand out for you. So no matter what, whenever you start a word problem, a good strategy to start with the C in C.U.B.E.S, circle all the numbers that you see. Now, some of them you may not use in the word problem, and some of them you will, okay? The U is going to stand for underline the question. So normally, in a word problem, in 5th grade, they put the question normally at the end. But sometimes it's in the middle and sometimes it's in the beginning. But most of the time, it's at the end. So I would go straight to the end of the problem and I would underline my question after I circled all my numbers, okay? So you're already done with 2 parts of C.U.B.E.S. We only have 3 parts left, B, E, and S, okay? So now we're on to B, okay? And B is going to stand for box, just like this, keywords. Keywords like, let's think, and let me put an example here, like sum, or in all, or less than, okay? So anytime you see words like these that give you a clue, box them. We're going to call those keywords, okay? The E is going to stand for evaluate. Okay, so we're going to put a little thinking bubble up here because when you evaluate something, you have to think about it really critically and really hard. So we're going to evaluate the model. That means, okay, so far I've circled my numbers, I've underlined the question, I've boxed my keywords, and now I'm going to think about what do I need to use here. So I'm going to put addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. See if I could fit, and I'll just abbreviate it, okay? So the last part of C.U.B.E.S is going to be the S, and the S stands for solve and check. Okay, so let's recap. Let's go over one more time what C.U.B.E.S means. So you sit down, you have a word problem in front of you, and you are overwhelmed. Don't panic. Think about C.U.B.E.S, okay? This is going to be a strategy that really helps. It even helps adults sometimes too. So think about C.U.B.E.S. C, circle the numbers. So start there. Any numbers you see in a word problem, circle them. Underline the question, okay? So you're going to find the question. It's easy because you look for a question mark, right? And underline that whole sentence, okay? The third part is going to be box keywords. So words like sum or in all or less than. There's going to be more keywords than this that you might see. These are just 3 examples that I thought of, okay? The fourth part of C.U.B.E.S, E, evaluate. Evaluate the model. Think about what are you going to be using, what operation, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So really think about what the question is asking you, think about the keywords that you've boxed and the numbers you've circled, and try to evaluate what you think you will do here. The last part is S, solve and check, okay? So you will solve the problem the best you can, and then you'll check your work, okay? Checking your work means you're going to basically reverse the problem. So let's say you did a subtraction problem. Let's say you did 100 minus 50 for whatever your word problem said. In order to check it, so I'll write this down here just as an example. let's say we did 100 minus 50, okay? So I got 50 as my answer. But in order to check it, I'm going to use what I got plus what I subtracted. So I'm going to add 50. I'll put a little check mark over here so that you know I'm checking it. 50 plus this 50, and I should get what I started with, which should be 100. So 0 plus 0 is 0, 5 plus 5 is 10. Okay? So check your work, because you never know if you're going too fast or maybe you're overthinking it. Sometimes it's just good to check at the end, because you'll know exactly if you're right or not. And that really feels good in order to say, okay, yes, I know I got 100. I'm ready to move on to the next problem and I feel great. Okay? So that's what I have for you today. Try to use cubes when you're solving word problems and you will be all right. Have a great day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.